Happy hump day, people. I'm going to put my Tatcha moisturizer. Actually, I'm going to put this stuff on first. This Biossance Squalane. I'm really, really dry for some reason. So we're going to fix that. Look at the blue. Woo! Fun. I'm going to put a little extra today. I know it's extra early today. We'll see if anyone jumps on. Okay, so, and I have an appointment right at 9 on Zoom. And I'm teaching, tonight I'm teaching yoga at the local studio, like my favorite yoga studio. They texted me last night and were like, can you substitute teach tonight? So I'm going to do that with my yin yoga. I'm very excited. And it's so weird how timing works out because I had a new client yesterday and I introduced her to yin yoga. Good morning. Yeah. Is it windy there too? It's kind of windy here. Yesterday was really crazy. So sorry, I'm drying my squalane. So I was saying I'm teaching yin yoga tonight, which I haven't taught in a while. So that's fun. And I had a client yesterday, just the timing. I love how timing works out. So yesterday I had a new client and I actually ended up like mapping out. I got pictures and put together this like yoga sequence. Yes, it was windy yesterday. A yoga sequence for her, like a customized yoga sequence. And I was thinking, because I'm creating a course for, you know, narcissistic recovery, whatever. And this, like these new clients, it's kind of like a testing period of like what I want to include and like, you know, what I want this course to be. And I think after yesterday's session with this woman, I was like, you know, I think I'm going to put yin yoga in it and have like set up a few different sequences for people that can relate to releasing trauma from the body, right? And then I was like, no, it'd be cool if once I get more and more people, once I get more people to sign up for the course, I'm thinking I may offer like either a customized one-on-one yoga session or like a group yoga session specifically for post-narcissistic abuse. Good morning, Bubble. I can't open my stupid jar. I should open both jars before I get my hands lotiony. I need this eye cream today too. My eyes, you guys, this is so bad. It's like so annoying. And I do not have time to spare this morning. This is crazy, y'all. I dried my hands. Still can't get it. How are you? You guys talk amongst yourselves for a second. This is crazy. So anyway, I'm really excited to teach yoga tonight. And I just think the timing is so weird. Literally, I had just sent the sequence out to this client, the yoga sequence. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'll have to use this one. And all of a sudden, I got this text from the owner of the yoga studio, and I was like, you know, I don't think that's I feel like that's a God thing, right? Like, I mean, what are the odds of that timing? Because I was trying to decide, like, should I start teaching yoga again? But like with clients, only kind of like through this program, as part of the program, like almost like an upgrade or whatever, you can get one-on-one, or maybe I implement it. Well, but it's a twist. It's a twist. It's just because my hands are lotiony and I must have shut it really, really hard. It's all right. I got the other lotion. Anyway, I'll do it when my hands are all the way dry later. So I just thought that was awesome. And so I think it's a good way to refresh, like to do it tonight. And it'll remind me, I haven't taught in so long. It'll help remind me, this is Dermatology, their universal tinted moisturizer that's like viral on TikTok right now. So it'll be interesting to see if I, yeah, you know, see if I enjoy it as much as I remember and if I want to bring it back. So I don't love the less than 24 hours notice for teaching a whole yoga sequence. It's an hour-long class. But I was like, you know what? They need me. They need somebody. Someone must have gotten sick or something. So let me do this and let me see how it feels. Like if it's like, yes, I missed this kind of thing when I'm doing it, then I know I'm meant to implement it in my program. So pretty cool. So yeah, this is SPF 46, which I like. I'm going to do a second coat today because there was barely any coverage yesterday, which is fun. For me, I don't need it to be like perfectly covered, whatever. It's more, I like it to just honestly, mostly help with the glow and like blur things a little. But I don't want to look like I'm wearing a mask anyway, you know? So I got new towels from Simply Vera. Do you know that? It's like Vera Wang, her line. My towels, I don't know why. This specific towel I got like a year or so ago. They're Martha Stewart, but I feel like whenever they get wet, they like smell. Since I've gotten them, there's like something about the dye in them. And so like even I wash them with vinegar, with Oxy, like I've tried everything. And it's not like horrible, but it's enough where it's annoying and I just got sick of it. Let me turn this light on. They have cats on them. Oh, that's cute. What brand are yours? All right. I'm basically putting like a third coat, but this stuff is so light. Yeah, this is, this is almost like, it's not really super coverage. It is kind of reflective, which helps blur things, I guess. I don't know. It's a nice dewy look. It's so funny. My best friend got it yesterday. She didn't know I got this stuff. Ross Specials. Yes, gotta love that. Are they like bath towels or hand towels? So my best friend sent me a picture of this yesterday and was like, look, this stuff is amazing. And I was like, oh, did you get it? And I was like thinking she saw it on my video. And I was like, oh, you saw my video? You didn't even say hi. And she was like, no, it's viral on TikTok. I was like, oh, it was kind of funny. All right, so there it is. You know what I mean? It's just what it says. A tinted moisturizer. I guess people like it because of its dewy glow. Bringing out the dry from winter. But I need to hurry up because I got an appointment right at 9. Nice 100% cotton towels. Yeah, mine they're Turkish, which the Turkish people make good towels. That is something that I know. Actually, these are Turkish. You like there, it's a little dirty because I use it to wipe my hands after I have my like lotion and foundation and stuff on. So this is a cute story, and if you follow me a long time, you might know this story, but you probably forgot because it's clearly like not a very important piece of information in your life. But me and my husband went away the first time. Cotton bed sheets. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. The first time we ever went away. No, it was not the first time. I'm lying. It was the first Valentine's we went away together. We had been together close to a year at that point. So we went to this bed and breakfast place and boop, yep, got a little pimp. And in the bathroom, they had these. Like, it was so cute. And I was using them and I was like, these are nice towels and it's so cute. They say makeup. You know, I had my... Oh, actually, I didn't have my YouTube channel, but I've always been into makeup, as a makeup artist, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh my God, they're so cute. Look at these. I was like showing my husband in the bathroom, and they're like nice quality. And thought nothing of it, whatever. And then Christmas, or no, my birthday came along. So it was February. My birthday's April. And I open one of the gifts he gave me, and it was like a stack of these. They were wrapped or whatever, but I'm like, are these from that place? Did you ask them? And he's like, no, I looked at the tag and looked up the company, and I bought them on their website or whatever, which I thought was so cute. And that was just, I remember that was one of them. I'm just like, it's so sweet. Like, he's so thoughtful still like that. He's just like, he has a running list of like, if I say I like something, it's like, he goes and like writes it in his phone. He has like a running list of things I mention. And so like every holiday, some random thing will pop up that I could have mentioned like 8 months before. And it's just very sweet. It's just one of the many reasons I love him. So I just thought that was pretty cute. He's a good guy. This is my Huda Beauty. Huda Beauty. It sounds like Huda. Huda. In pinky brown. Oh, where's my gloss? My gloss. I love this gloss so much. I actually didn't talk about this yesterday, even though I wore it. This is Sarah Happ, H-A-P-P. It is my favorite gloss ever. It's not sticky. It's not chunky and thick. I can show you the color. It's pretty much clear, but it's got like a little pink tone and the slightest shimmer, but it's not like glitter. Was I on yesterday? I don't even remember. Were we on, guys? Was I on? What was yesterday? Yesterday was Tuesday. No, I don't think so. No, I had a new client call. So I did not. Oh, I didn't put it up here. So I was not on here, I don't believe. And I didn't do a declutter. I forgot. You never got a notification. Yeah, I probably wasn't then. And I can't believe I forgot to declutter, but you know what? We're human. What can I say? It was a very busy day, and I'm trying to think. Something happened last night where I could not, like I had a call in the evening. So I picked up Cora from school. I had to deal with her. And then I had a podcast call last night. I feel like just doing Steal a Kitten. So I did not have time to declutter the normal time I do. I usually try to do it like around 5-ish or whatever. So that kind of put a wrench in the plan, and then I had to get dinner ready, and then we ate dinner, and then I was like, I didn't declutter. But I was already, by the time I realized that, it was after dinner, I was getting Cora ready, and then New Jersey Housewives came on. Okay? I didn't have time. I wasn't gonna not watch my Housewives and declutter instead. Let's be real. I feel like I'm not out of things to declutter, but it feels like it when I've been looking around. I'm like, what can I declutter next? Like, everything seems a bigger task, so I just have to remember I can break a bigger task into smaller. Like, there are bigger areas I want to do, and I like to get everything done at once, but that's the whole point of this, is like smaller decluttering, right? Like under 15 minutes. But it's like, if I open up a closet, like I want to just do the whole closet, right? But it's going to take a long time. I don't have that time. So I just have to break it up into like shelves or do whatever, which is what I normally do, but I'm impatient. That is a lot of self-control for me. Usually when I go in, I go in. That's why this whole series is like very unlike me, but it also I think is helpful because it helps people to see like you can just break it down to tiny, tiny chunks. So there's that. There's better than sex. Oh, Cora read the mascara the other day. Why am I whispering like she's here? Cora read it the other day. She's like, oh, better than sex. And she looked up and I just started talking. I was like, do not ask me what sex is. Because I felt like that was the next question. She looked up at me and I was like, oh, did you ever get that test back for blah, blah? I don't know. I just started rambling. Ah, motherhood. So fun. That'll be a great talk. She has asked, like, she asked how babies were made in general, and I kind of gave, like, a general thing that was not specific. And then recently she was like, I mean, I know it's like this, but, like, how does that happen? Like, da 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 da, like, and she's, like, going in it. And I was like, you know what? I said, I think that conversation is for later, not today. And we'll have that conversation at a later date. She was like, what's the big deal? And that's the thing. I know we make it a big deal and then it's like a big deal. And I don't know the right answer of when exactly we're supposed to have that talk. But I feel like 8, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that talk at 8. I know some people, when their kids ask, they tell them. Again, I don't know what's right. I just work here. I just work here in this life. So any suggestions welcome on that. Yeah. I mean, I feel like in the end it doesn't matter. I mean, they're going to find out whatever, or, you know, learn about it one way or the other. It would be better for me than some kid in class who God knows what they'll say about it. So this is my NYX eyebrow, like, mascara stuff that I love. And she's asking, Frugalnista, at 8, you think? I trust you. I trust you. Gosh. It's going to be such a... She's so old for her age. Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too, but I feel like 8, God. Like, she's so beyond her years that the conversation... She is smart, I know. That it's going to... She'll be more mature about it than I am, I'll tell you that. She'll probably be like, okay, so what... Okay, like, that's... She'll probably be like, it's kind of weird, but all right. And pass the cookie, you know? Like, it probably really won't be a big deal unless I make it one, which I'm trying not to. Which probably already failed because I'm like, that's a conversation. It's a good day. Okay. 8 is a good age. I mean, I said a good day. What time is it? 17 minutes. Okay. Nothing hot and heavy, but yeah, I agree, Frugalnista. Yes, exactly, guys. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, this is the age they probably will start to say stuff. I unfortunately learned at 5 from my brother. I love this stuff. I know I've mentioned it before. Milani. It's cream blush, and it is called Cheek Kiss in the color Nude Kiss. My brother told me in the same day about Santa. No Santa. In case you don't know, there's no Santa. I mean, there is the magic of Santa. Just kidding. No, he told me about Santa, and he told me about the birds and the bees in the same day. So that was traumatizing. I was 5 years old in kindergarten, and how he said it about the birds and the bees was very crass, straightforward. It just wasn't the delivery that was probably the best to hear about it. And then I told my mom. He told me at school when we were in the hall walking into school, I believe. It's traumatizing. It sticks in my memory. And when I got home, I was like, Mom, did you know? I said, did you know? No, I didn't know how I created you, Christy. So that was fun. I was like, did you know? And she was like, I remember her reaction, actually. And she was, I'm going to put a little brown in the crease. She was not happy with my brother. And also, I believe she was like, I remember her kind of talking to him about it. She wasn't like crazy upset, but just like kind of shocked. And she's like, where did you hear that? You know, like, who told you that kind of thing? And it was, of course, kids at school. He was 2 years older than me. So I was 5, he was 7. I don't know why it 7 kids we're talking about, but I guess they have older siblings and, So I think we'll just do that. Simple. I like that. That's a good combo. Okay. Okay, Queen. Anything else? Brush my hair and then I go. So, yeah. Oh, we need a little Jesus message. We can't come up here and not talk about the big JC. What kind of barnyard am I in? All right, today is the 14th? 15th. But I have on the 14th, I circled stuff, so I'm going to do that one. I feel like it must be important. It's calling to me. Jesus calling. All right, do not hesitate to receive joy from me, for I bestow it on you abundantly. The more you rest in my presence, the more freely my blessings flow into you. In the light of my love, you are gradually transformed from glory to glory. It is through spending time with me that you realize how wide and long and high and deep is my love for you. True. Can I get a what? Sometimes the relationship I offer you seems too good to be true. That unconditional love. It can, right? We don't get that from humans. We usually don't. There's some rare humans that are pure enough like that. My husband's one of them, but I feel like it's uncommon, at least where I live. I pour my very life into you, and all you have to do is receive. That's the thing. You just have to receive. You have to pray. You have to listen. Those are forms of receiving, right? And then it's nice to do the work, or like act upon that you hear. That you hear. I can't speak today. In a world characterized by working and taking, pointing at all you and me, we're takers. The flesh are takers. The admonition, is that how you say it? I mean, I like know the word, but I feel like looking at it looks weird, like I'm saying it weird. Admonition to rest and receive seems too easy. I just had this conversation with my husband last night. I'm having a little friend conflict where I feel like it's just like when friendships aren't easy, I feel like putting space in them. Like because I do believe, I think because I found such peace in recent years, like growing up, it was like chaos or drama or just like people being disappointed in you or blaming you. It seemed like just that's what life is. Oh, people are like this and like I was very accepting of being treated poorly. Let's call it what it is. And in recent years, due to my faith, due to being with my husband for so long, and he's this unconditional, understanding person, filling my life with other people that are uplifting and not judgmental and give grace, I've gotten way more comfortable with those things. And like this says, it seems too easy. It's not seeming too easy to me anymore. It seems like that's what life is supposed to be, including being loved by God and it being that easy, right? So I was talking to my husband about that, saying it's like now that I've seen that, yeah, you can outgrow your friends, especially if you find a way to have peace and you realize you can have peace and they're not peaceful. It's not uplifting. It's not friendship. Uplifter, you are out of here. Yeah, Frugalnista. And I'm a big advocate of that. And I try to have compassion for people. And people can have their feelings. But when I see a pattern of guilt tripping, what other types of things am I not game for? Just the guilt tripping, the almost like it's never good enough. It's like another thing, drama, controlling. Yes, that's a huge one. All those things, if my body's telling me this ain't it, sis, it ain't it, because I know what's out there. I know who God is. I know who uplifting people are. Compassion does not mean allowing abuse. Exactly. And that's always been my struggle, because I'm very empathetic and I'm very understanding, where I get what it's like for some of these people had horrible upbringings or they're going through really hard times. I still find if there's something I feel is irrational behavior and it doesn't feel good to me, I don't want it around a lot, you know? There's a close connection between receiving and believing. As you trust me more and more, you are able to receive me and my blessings abundantly. And then one of my favorites, be empathetic to yourself. You have that right. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. I said to my husband last night, I said, I was isolated, like pretty isolated for 2 years. And the last year just still hasn't been totally normal. I haven't been out doing the things that I do. I'm just starting to get out in like crowds again. I'm an extrovert and I love that. Just getting out into crowds again and like living life kind of like I used to. I have been basically cooped up for 3 years. Gone through, I'll be honest, guys, nobody knows the internal struggle I've had. Even though I do well and I thrive and I'm doing all these things and there's a lot of great things in my life, it was really tough being so isolated. Very, very tough. And having the fear of something happening to Mike or Cora because of their lung problems with COVID. So having those things, coming out of it and feeling like I can finally breathe. Yes, you many of them. And some, I say it because I don't know who's doing what. Some are cooped up, some acted like there was never a pandemic. I have friends that literally in Florida, the only difference was they wore a mask, but whatever they could do, they did, whatever they were allowed to do, you know, and they didn't wear masks, they didn't get vaccines, like they just, you know, acted as if there wasn't a pandemic. So I don't know everyone's situation. That's why I'm explaining in case people don't get it. We were very isolated. I was homeschooling. I mean, and that was our choice and whatever. But it was tough. And I'm like, I'm just coming out. I'm just feeling like I can like take almost a full breath of air now for the first time in 3 years. I mean, not physically. But you know, like just mentally, like, oh my God, I feel almost safe, almost like myself again, right? And I'm like, the last thing I need is somebody being disappointed I'm not doing enough or something, when I'm a good fucking friend. I will tell you, and you probably could figure it out about me. I am a good friend. I am there for people. If someone picks up the phone and needs me, I'm there. I won't go into, I sound like I'm tooting my own horn. That's not my point. My point is, I questioned myself for many years after one of my friends like disconnected from me and we stopped being friends. And I was like trying to make it my fault. And everyone's like, no, she was jealous and did it. But in my head, I really like almost, I think, wanted the control. Like if it's my fault, I can do something about it kind of thing, right? So I had this thing in my head. I know now I'm a great friend. I've had so many people tell me that I'm one of the best listeners, one of the best friends they've ever had. I'm always there, blah, 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 blah. I say that to say this, no one ever is going to make me feel like a bad friend again. And so that creeping up is not peaceful to me. Someone basically saying, and that basically is what was said, is, I want you to do this. You're not doing this. So I'm really very disappointed, right? And it's like, I just feel like I can't have that in my life right now, ever. I mean, I shouldn't never, because I think it was irrational. And maybe it's just not in alignment. Maybe there is someone who would do that thing she wanted me to do, and that's fine. But it's one thing for a person to be like that and say that and just release it. There are those you can never do enough for. And I think that's the thing. That it's a pattern that has been throughout the years where I just feel like whatever comes up, it's always like, but I want you to do this and you're not doing this. You know? It's like, so I'm not here for that life. I'll end on that. I think that when we find peace, when we know, like, there are people that are like God is unconditionally loving and very forgiving and very graceful. And there are people like that, and you have them in your life. It makes you realize you don't have to deal with the opposite. So take that with you if you are in any similar situation. And hopefully you've experienced the unconditional or forgiving type of person. And if not, they are out there. Oh, my stepsister's not feeling good. It's graceful to say no. Yeah, exactly. So it is what it is. I got to hop on my other call, but I love you guys. I will see you hopefully tomorrow. I think I should be here tomorrow. Put your deuces up. Don't forget them. Smooches and deuces. Have a great day.